guys, this is Maya. I'm broadcasting out the UK, and today I'm going to be doing a hair video. So I have undone my hair, and this is not cleaned hair, and that's for a reason, because this is going to be part of the let's call it Highland and Celtic series, because I've been challenged to wear skirts and hairstyles, kilts, women's kilts, and to have some hairstyles that they used to wear as well. So I will also post in the comment box below what other hairstyles they did wear, some that I have already recorded but under different names, because all of those were worn, except for one where I will make a note to it that it's not exactly the same. So I hope it's going to work out, but I suppose that women didn't all have a superbly thick hair then either. So let's go with what I have. And I'm sorry if this box is wobbling again. I tried to make it as stable as possible. So, and why do A, they didn't wash their hair every day or even once a week, and B, it holds better. Right, so please keep also looking on the side here for the back view. I have specifically set the camera up so that you can see it that way. Okay, I know you're going to be seeing some weird stuff on the shelf and things, but yeah, hey, this is a working bathroom, okay? A working bathroom is good. So I have got a few basic things here with me, and that is of course my brush. I have a few different of these. You can use to your hair strength and color. I have, oops, I'm already dropping stuff. I have a few U-pins, and I have, this is just general stuff for all the videos, and these very small rubber bands, because I will not be using the old-fashioned way of doing things. It will take forever. Number one, the satin lace, the satin ribbons that I have don't stay long, and B, because they're slippery, and B, if I'd use leather strips, which I haven't got, then that'll also take forever. And I've got bobby pins of various lengths, so very short to very long. I also have these grips that you've seen me use before, which are fabulous as well, but I don't think my hair is thick enough for that unless we do certain other things. So I've not tried this these things necessarily before. I'm just going to go ahead. I've got something, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I have in my head various do's that I've interpreted from pictures that I have seen. So let's just go ahead. So I'm just going to do a low ponytail. First brush my hair through. Okay. And I'm going to be using on this occasion a thicker band, but in the color of my hair. And I might be turning round, I will see. But I think the lighting as it is right now is actually quite good. So I have made my ponytail. It is not specifically tight. And I'm going to go in the middle here. I'll turn round. In the middle here. And I'm separating it out. And I'm going to pull my hair through that they would have used leather strips for this. Actually, I'm going to have to adjust because my hair is somewhat long, so I'm pulling my hair through like this. Okay, bear in mind I cannot really see what's going on at the back of my head, and I'm just going to keep pulling this through. Pulling it all through. And I don't want it too tight, and now I'm stuffing it through. Nope, that doesn't work. I still have to keep pulling it through. The problem is gripping it, really. More than the pulling through is getting the grip. Let me see. Okay, now I have to, let me just quickly adjust. Girls and boys, I need to see what I'm doing, and I need to get the angle on the mirror right. Okay, this took some camera adjustment, I'm sorry. So now you can see I have like this bulbous part, and I still have here some hair which I'm also just going to push through. Very loosely. Can you see that? Okay. Right, now I'm going to take some U-pins and I'm just going to fasten that. It's easier if you have someone that will help you. And then I'm just loosening up the sides a little bit like that. Alright, and so from the front we have this. Oh, that's maybe not tight enough. My pin's coming out. Stick it down further. So from the front we have this. I'm going to move towards the light side of the window. From the side it looks like this. And from the back it's like that. Once you get used to this hairstyle, it's super fast. The women would have worn this because it holds, it looks neat, it keeps everything up, and those that did wear bonnets, they could have put a bonnet on the top, and it would have not got in the way. So that is style number one. Okay, for the next one I have a strip of the Lament Clan of material. They would have had similar, maybe a little more lightweight, and yeah, that's what they had. So I'll try using this as well, and I'm just folding the raw edges in a little bit. There you go. And I'm going to put this around my head like so. And tie it loosely like so. And I will now use a bobby pin . Oops, I'm going to use a short one on each side, just to secure this a bit. So I'm securing it here in front of my ears. Just so that it doesn't slip. And another one on the other side. Okay. Ignore these bits for the minute, because all the work is going to go on at the back. So I'm going to try and divide this in 3 sections. Doesn't have to be equal. In fact, the middle section I want actually a bit thicker. So, or maybe not, maybe I'll just go ahead as is and just grab and go. Because my hair is long, this is where the problem comes in, okay? So I'm now laying my hand underneath. I hope you can see that in the picture behind, just to give it a little bit of volume. And I'm now sticking my hair through this band. It's a bit tricky because you've got to stuff it down. Okay, then take the next bit and basically wrap up the stuffed bit as well as the new bit. So you're basically using this bit of cloth as your guide and as a pocket at the same time. So I need to just have a quick look. Okay. So this is a bit floppy. Let me just tuck this there. This here is now a bit floppy. I'm just going to tighten that up by adjusting the tuck and the tuck here and the back. I'm going to turn around. I'm adjusting the tucks here a little bit, and it's not going to be completely fabulous. Okay. So like that. So you've got basically your hairdo already, and now all you do is tuck in your cloth as well on the side. And because it's easier for me, I'm going to use a bobby pin. They used other pins, as in clothes pins. Oops, I should have taken this out prior to take 2 out. There you go, start again. So just flatten this down a little bit. Also tuck that in. Yeah, and it has bits of bumps, it doesn't matter. And just pin that down into the hair. That's all I'm doing, I'm pinning that down a bit, just tightening this up a bit. Tucking that in underneath the hair as well. And because it's easier these days, use a bobby pin instead of a clothes pin. They also had bone and wooden pins that they used, and decorative pins. So there you go. I'm going to now turn around. It's not a perfect hairdo, but it will hold. If you're working, if you're looking after the kids, doing the washing, whatever, well, all the things women did then by hand, they had to have stable hairdos. This would do, and it was quick enough. So I'll show you, go round. Okay, I'll show you from the top as well, like that. Did I show you from, oh, you can see it well from the back like that. Hold it against the light of the window. There you go. So that was another hairdo. I'm going to do, I'll try to do one more, and we'll see how that one goes. Okay, here we go. I can't really see if this is a good picture or not. I am hoping it is, because I'm trying to keep as much as I can in the light. Sorry for that. Let's try like that. Try to stabilize the box again. Right, for this you will best need 2 of these see-through little rubber bands, or more in case one snaps. And you'll need U-pins for whatever thickness of hair you have, but I don't think you need very thick ones. So now for this one, you part your hair in the middle. Yes, okay. I had to just think there for a minute, because obviously I've got the pictures in my head and I'm interpreting them. So, and you brush your hair to each side like that. Okay. Best if it's also parted a bit better here. Right, let me see if I can do this. I haven't brought a comb with me. Let's go like that, that'll do. It's not on point, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, it's not in the middle, it's a bit skew, but that's all right. Okay, right, now for this, there's 2 ways of doing it. The very fast way is to just do an English braid down each side. Right, I'm trying to give it a bit more body, so I'm going to like sort of French Dutch braid it, lace braid it from here. So I'll start high up actually. Okay, I haven't done this for a long while because I'm normally in a rush, so I never get to try these things out unless I've got some space in the house and my husband's watching Formula 1 or something of that sort. Okay, so I've just started off my braid here and I'm just going to add little bits only from the outside. Like that. Okay, this will look more spectacular if you have actually very thick hair. Alright. So I'm only adding bits of hair from the outside. And it doesn't matter how thick, doesn't have to be equal. Try not to get it in from that side. There we go. My hair is a bit tangly at the bottom, which does not help. It's tangled itself. There we go. All right. Right, and now I am nearly down to the end here, so I'm just going to take this last bit that's left. I'm going to add that now. And just braid all the way down. Okay, I'm going to turn to the window so that you can see. I hope you can see this better. As I said, the thicker the hair, the better this will look. But I've got to work with what I've got. If you were an affluent person in those days, you would have added fake hair as in extensions. Yes, they used extensions those days as well. Oops, I've made a mess here. I skipped something. I've got to undo. I've skipped talking, I've skipped. Okay, let's go backwards. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're back. We're back. There you go. If you were affluent, you would have put in hair extensions if you didn't have the length yourself. Or if you were of, well, farmer class, then you wouldn't have done the sides here either. You would have just done the very quick version, as in from this side. Oh. going to take a little bit, I'm sorry. So all I'm doing is I'm braiding all the way to the bottom. And depending, because my hair is not blunt cut, I will end up with different lengths. So I will, when I get further down, I will add from the thicker strand, I will add to the thinner strand to make the lengths equal, or at least somewhat equal. Like for instance here, this one's a lot shorter. Can you see that? So I'm adding from this thick strand, I'm just adding a little bit to that, splitting it. And then moving on with the braiding. Oh, I wish I could braid faster sometimes. I think it would be a lot more useful. So this hairstyle was actually recorded as far back as, well, the ancient Egypts. They also used a similar hairstyle. And the Norse had similar hairstyles to this. Okay, now you see I'm coming down again, but I think I'm running out of luck with my wisps here. It's not going to make too much of a difference. So I'm going to just end it here with a mini rubber band, one of those see-through ones, and I'm going to tie it as far down as I possibly can. Okay, so I've got this rather large wisp left, but I'll deal with that later. So now the challenge will be to be able to do it on this side. This is not my best side for doing anything. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Okay. If you have freshly washed hair and you want to do this hairstyle, then use water to make it stay and that you have less flyaways. See, this is not a good angle for me. I'm not good at this side at all. And you'll find you'll also have your sides where you're not so good. And I'm clumsy. All right, here we go. Let's try my best. I am trying my best not to get my hair caught. And to keep the angle sort of ish. Yeah, this side is going to most probably look a lot messier than the other side, but that's just the way it is. Once again, if you have help, use the help. If you So as you see, this is not the same angle as the other side, because this is my weaker side. And I suppose if you practice this more, then that'll eventually even out. I suppose it's all right, it's not too bad. Could be worse. As you see, it could be worse, it's not too bad. So this is not a difficult hairdo, it just takes quite long, especially the longer the hair is, the longer it will take. And it just needs a little bit of practice. Okay, here wispy bits, it's split up the hair. Sorry, I have an itch. This hairdo was not worn by young girls. In general, this hairdo was normally for the married lady. Younger girls tended to wear like milkmaid braids, what we now call milkmaid braids, and pin those up. Okay, once again I'm getting towards the very skinny end, so this is where I'm stopping. I'm putting my elastic band around. Getting this on camera is using muscles I don't normally use for doing my hair. Okay, do once more. Hope that doesn't. Right. Oh, that'll keep. So, here we go. And they're actually more or less the same, so that's fine. So now we come to the bit which makes the hairstyle. Now, as I said, you'll need these. So now I'm turning around, because now you take your hair up and you have about, if you can get it, about 2 fingers. Loop. Bring it down into either the Dutch braid like this. Okay, that's one way of doing it, especially if you have shorter hair. Okay, that's one way of doing it. I am not going to do it like that. I'm going to bring mine up straight like this and actually bobby pin that. Bobby pin that for the minute, then bring the other one up the same, like that, bobby pin that too for a second, right. Now you see I have these bits here. Okay, what's going to happen with these is they're going to go into a teeny tiny bun on the top. Like that. And they get tucked down with pins. Like that. Actually, my pins look too big for this, don't they? So I'll try this a different way, because I've got a problem here with this. Okay. Let's try rolling it. Pin's not going to hold, so it'll have to be a bobby pin. What they did is they used to sew it on or use, as I said, bone pins. This one's not playing. This one's not playing, is it? It's sticking up like an aerial. It's just not wanting to play at all. See if we can get it underneath and do it like this. One way or another, I'm going to get you one way or another. So, but I'm not sewing my hair down because it's a nightmare getting it out again. So now I can actually, you can now actually loosen these two And I'll use that one just to flatten this one down a bit more, because it just does not want to stay. Okay. This one's also trying to make an escape, although this one's better than the other. So you can get the idea. So there you go. That is the other hairdo. And don't forget, they sometimes wore little head caps or not scarves, well, little triangles and caps. So you wouldn't see this bit necessarily. So there you go. And that's the last one for today. I have a few more in my head, but not for today. So see you soon. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye bye.